Okay, so you've had an extensive career and you've played sports and you've taught criminal law in Germany, among many other things. How did you get into acting?
Actually, I started in college. It was my first play that I did was Emperor Jones by Eugene O'Neill, and I got bitten by the bug. As fate would have it, I was captain of the football team, and that was back in the day when, Vietnam was raging, and the theater arts and fine arts people called us names, and we had our ROTC drills and things. So the professor thought it would be a good idea for the captain of the football team to do a play and bring the campus together. And it actually had that effect. My teammates in the football team were making fun of me. Oh, Beau's doing a play. Beau's doing a play. But as it materialized, it was a good thing for the campus, and brought everybody together. And excuse me. Then, when I graduated from college, I went to law school. And during my third year of law school, I started going down to New York and dabbling in acting while I was still in school. And that kind of solidified it in my mind that that's probably what I wanted to do with my life. And I did plays while I was in Germany as well. I actually played the Dracula character in Dracula.
Nice. And so you've also been in physical shows in movies such as Halloween H2O, Married with Children, and Hannah Montana the movie. And you've played Jet Black on Cowboy Bebop, and multiple Digimon, and character on Naruto. Do you find it more challenging to play physical or voice acting?
I wouldn't say it's challenging, but when you're doing live action, you have everything at your disposal. You have your body, and but when you're doing animation, you're kind of restricted by the animation, especially if it's anime, because the animation is already done. So that your tools as an actor are slightly limited when you're doing voice work. You try to make it as physical as possible, but you have to keep your head and your face on mic so that the sound doesn't vary. So whatever physicalizations you do, you have to still stay on mic. It's kind of like the opposite of a bobblehead. We have to be a bobble body. So our head stands still and our bodies are doing this, because you try to make it as realistic as possible. Because, if you have an action scene that you're voicing, if you're totally stationary, the people will hear it and notice it. So you have to be active when you're doing an active scene. So that's a bit of a challenge, but it's all fun. Bottom line, it's all fun.
And you've also acted in stage plays. You've lent your voice to radio spots and narrated shows on the History Channel, such as Modern Marvels, and that's pretty impressive that you've entered into so many diverse fields.
Yeah, I've been very lucky in my career. The voice career started kind of late. I went to Hollywood to become an actor on camera, because back when I started, people didn't just go to LA or New York to be a voice actor. They went to be on-camera actors. But as time went on, the business evolved, and voice acting became a thing, so to speak. And I was fortunate enough to be asked to do a lot of things, and so that's how my voice career took off.
Now, do you relate to any characters that you've played?
Well, I try to relate to all of them. As an actor, you try to find similarities of yourself with the characters that you're performing. And sometimes it's just, a little bit, sometimes it's a lot where you really meld. Like with Jet Black and Cowboy Bebop, he's kind of me totally in a certain way. So, yeah, all actors try to find something within themselves that marries with the character to bring it to life in a legitimate fashion, so that there's a truth to the performance.
And so do you go to a lot of different Comic-Cons, and have you been to Otakon before?
I think this is my first time. But yeah, I go to conventions. This is a significant part of my life because it's the one venue which allows me to interact with the fans. And it's a blessing because what I do to going to conventions, I just go and absorb love from the fans, and that's a really a gracious way to live.
Right, because a lot of people still absolutely love and adore Cowboy Bebop many years later. And how does that feel?
Oh, it feels wonderful. I really enjoy hearing people's stories about how they got involved in Cowboy Bebop and the effect that it's had on their lives, and that's a real joy to hear people say that it helped them through hard times in their lives and it put them on the right track, and so that when we're doing these things, you don't think that we're going to have such a profound effect on someone's lives, that we're just doing entertainment. But Cowboy Bebop, I guess the nature of it affects people in a very profound way, and I really appreciate it when they express that to me.
And do you have any advice for people entering your industry?
Go for your dreams, follow your dreams. If you have that dream, go for it, and don't listen to the naysayers, because there will be negative people in your life who will try to discourage you from doing that. Hone your craft, work hard to get good at what you do, and go out there and go after it.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time.
My pleasure.